That's very good, very comfy. Perfect. I feel a little squished.
Cozy.
Very cozy. Well, that's what it should be when you're around wood fire.
Yeah, wood heat. Yeah.
So, everybody, welcome back to the Homeology podcast. This is the second episode of whatever episode it was. I don't even know. But we're here with our friends at Alternate Heating Systems. I'm JV.
I'm Vince.
And
Caleb.
Nathaniel.
Right. Sweet. And
it was Nate the last time.
Nate and Nathaniel.
Okay. Just wanted to clear that up. Some people are sensitive.
Either way, it's Nathaniel's my proper name, and Nate is short for Nathaniel. So
very good.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Homeology podcast, a weekly conversation with your HVAC team here at Vertex Mechanical. We're glad you've taken a few moments as part of your day to laugh with us, maybe learn something new, and be inspired.
Perfect. Okay. Well,
now that's clear.
Got that clear.
We're ready to move forward. But we were really excited to share the first episode where we got to know briefly a little bit about history and about some of the products. But now we wanted to dive into some of the specific systems that you have here. And we're sitting in your showroom here, which has got many different things. I'm looking at insert fireplaces. I'm looking at some legacy pieces behind us that you guys are no longer producing, but have been a part of your history. I see a coal unit over there, and then something really huge behind me here.
Yeah.
And what's that?
It's a coal stoker boiler.
It's just enormous.
Yeah.
Right. And it's pretty amazing. The technology that goes into this is fascinating. And then we have this piece right beside us that we're going to hone in on here for a little bit as well. But Vince, you were on the hunt for something specific for your application. And what are you beginning to discover is going to fit what you need?
Yeah, so a couple of things that I wanted to do. Obviously, I want to burn as little wood as possible. Okay, so and my understanding is, you guys are actually probably burning wood about as efficient as we can, which that is always exciting. If I can cut 30% less wood or whatever it is, what is it? What would you estimate?
So, comparing a standard updraft traditional wood boiler to our gasification boiler, we're seeing anywhere from 30 to 45%. Wood fuel savings.
Yeah. Do you know how long it takes to cut that much less wood?
Yeah, it is.
That I can go do something else. I do actually enjoy cutting. I'm one of those crazy people that likes to cut wood, but I don't like it that much.
When you say cut wood, is that with over the?
No, you're right. I have all the stuff, and
that doesn't.
It's
cutting
actually
wood. That's not it.
Well, you got to cut it and then split it.
That is true, and the whole operation is, But either way, I enjoy it. But that's probably right. The reason is because it's actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just a lot of wood savings. So anyway, that was one thing that obviously caught my eye, and then the other thing was too is just the whole aspect of this unit right here. You got the stainless steel heat exchangers. And you can't really see this from there, but I want to show it anyway because I found this to be very intriguing. But this just goes to show a little bit about the product and the quality you guys are willing to put in it. But right here is like this little ball bearing, and the purpose of that ball bearing is so when you close it, you can see this hook on here. It just rolls right on that thing and. Hello. I love that. If there's one thing that's going to sell this thing to me, it's that right there. That actually overrides the wood and all the stuff.
That's what my kids say now, like, oh, so satisfying. Right? That is it. So satisfying. Okay, so Caleb, what is this device?
It is a wood gasification boiler, so it's a fancy way of saying it burns wood
efficiently. And this model, it would be sufficient for what type of purpose or what size, so to speak?
Yeah, so this one is it rated for up to about 120,000 BTUs, which in our experience, we could heat up to about 3,000 square feet of heating space with this unit.
That's most homes.
Depending on your insulation value and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the compact size of this can go down Bilko doors, much easier than the other unit that you have that's a little bit bigger, a little more. Needs a little more of a walk-in.
So this is one of two sizes that we offer for residential use that is EPA certified. But this is the SE110, and then we have the SE210 that you're referring to, which is much larger.
I think that is one of the things that surprised me most when I stepped in and I saw this unit in particular, I was like, wow, the 110 feels like it doesn't feel quite as overwhelming to a
Right.
homeowner. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I can see this being in many different applications where it would fit really well.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the 210 is what you're maybe looking at.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be one of these two. I got to really sit down and figure that out.
Yeah, for sure.
But the other thing that actually caught my attention very quickly is that you guys were the first guys to make the claim that you'll need the big, massive storage. I mean, I was
Yeah.
doing a lot of research with some of the other companies like Tarm. Tarm's a great product. I love their boiler. It's just, where am I going to put that tank to kind of really make that
so
thing run
clarify,
efficiently?
because when you first said storage, I'm like, you mean all the wood? But you don't mean
Oh,
that.
that's correct.
You
Good-
mean the
good-
storage of the
Of
water.
water, yeah. So they want to burn it. They want to then store it, and then you use it from that kind of from that. But I mean, we're talking about thousands of gallons of storage in some of those applications, which that you all of a sudden need.
Yeah.
That was small to a 1,000-gallon
Yeah,
tank
yeah,
in the
good point.
basement.
Exactly.
That's a great point.
So
true.
that was very interesting
Yeah.
to me, and maybe give a little bit of a a reason why that is.
So I'm gonna let Caleb. He's the one that
the smart one.
let all that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you discovered a way to do this without the need for massive storage.
Yeah. So basically, you have two options. So the fuel you're burning is wood, and it has a certain amount of energy in it. And so then, thanks to our government, there's now emissions, and so you can't just do whatever you want. It has to burn cleanly.
Right.
And so with a wood burns a certain way, and it's different than oil, where you can just turn it off and there's no flame, and then you can restart it at any time and it burns. So with wood, the starting and stopping is hard.
Yeah.
And so if it's been off longer, then it's harder to get a good, clean, smokeless.
Right.
And that's what we're after. And so the two options are keep the energy of the wood in the wood and just keep it stored in a firebox, or burn it all completely and then store that same energy in the water.
Got it.
And so that's why you need lots of gallons of water.
Energy has to
store.
go to one location, one storage or another.
Yeah. And so the secret is the start and stop process. And our refractory is very well insulated, so it heats up quickly. And how we move the air through there, it kind of does a little spiral effect, and then it really gets a lot of turbulence. And so the startup, it takes about 5 minutes, and we're seeing optimal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not long
That's
at all.
great.
No, yeah.
That's
great.
really
Yeah.
pretty remarkable. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like the number of times you try to do that in a conventional wood stove, and you're like, it takes hours, to have it to
Yeah.
have efficient heating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look, actually, when it's burning, if you had a sight glass through this door here and look into the refractory, it literally looks like a jet, like just spiraling in there. It's just,
pretty neat.
it's
That's
pretty
really
impressive.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So this is obviously, you said this is one of two of the residential pieces of equipment you have. You have other applications then, such as
Yeah. So, in our name, alternate heating system. So we have a variety of alternative fuel options. So,
Right.
our three main fuels are wood, coal, which a lot of people don't think about using, and also waste oil. We have three
Yeah.
different lines of waste oil boilers that we offer.
And you guys actually have the ability to, even on this one, if I remember right, you can actually put a gun on this
Yeah.
for burning propane or oil.
So that's another huge benefit of the wood gun. Actually, any of our wood burning boilers, we offer a fuel backup, as an option. So
Okay.
like you can do like oil, propane, or natural gas, and we attach the burner right to the boiler, so it's an all-in-one package.
Yeah.
And with the wood gun models specifically, we're averaging about 85% efficiency with that oil backup. So
Wow.
Yeah.
we actually
That's
have
great.
Yeah, we actually have
That's really
customers
exceptional.
that they get older, they don't want to burn wood anymore. All they have to do is flip a switch. They burn oil for the rest of their lives
Right.
with the wood boiler.
Yeah, right.
Because
That's
it's about
remarkable.
the same efficiency
what a
as
cool technology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
that's
done.
huge.
Now, folks can learn about your products by going online. Where is that?
AlternateHeatingSystems.com.
Okay. And we're here again in the town of
Harrisonville.
I was thinking Harrisonburg, but that's Virginia.
That's not-
Harrisonville,
yeah,
not the
Harrisonville.
same place, which is central Pennsylvania, basically.
Yeah.
And so, how do folks, get to learn more about this, and how far does your products reach right now?
Okay, so our website's the best way to find information. Feel free to call us. Like I said on the last episode, I'm in sales and tech. So there's a good chance you'll be talking to either myself or Caleb.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of a small family-owned business. And then as far as our reach, we're selling all over the United States, Canada, Alaska. We actually just sold a boiler last year to a country called Micronesia.
Yeah.
It's in the Western Pacific. I just visited them in March. So pretty exciting.
On a business trip.
Yeah, business trip. I might have stayed a couple of days in Hawaii. But.
Well, I think that's why I wanted to ask that question, because when we talk about small business, family business, the initial reaction is, oh, so you guys just work in this specific area, but your products have made it all across the globe already. And people are starting to learn about how excellent the product is. Again, the warranty, the craftsmanship, it's just top tier. And so they can call in here, talk to either one of you, get their questions answered, and sign up to be the newest owner, which is really awesome.
One quick question. I mean, because you touched on it here just a little bit ago. Is your product, I don't want to call it smokeless, but it's pretty close to smokeless. Like, you don't have the bellowing smoke coming out of your chimney like I saw the other this past winter. I saw somebody that had this in a development. And I wonder if they really asked anybody, because it didn't seem quite right that they had all the smoke just kind of hovering in there throughout.
So that's what started EPA's involvement in the wood industry, is because of all of the outdoor wood burning boilers that are smoking up the towns and their neighbors and all that. So, but we actually, wood gasification is sort of a new concept. However, the wood gun has been around since the early 80s. We were the wood gun is actually one of the first wood gasification boilers on the market ever. So we were able to pass EPA with very little advancements to the unit. Some companies, they had to redesign the whole boiler in order to pass this test, and so
that's great.
So it's a tried and true.
So
design.
Either way, I mean, this thing's not, like you said, bellowing out the smoke. Because I saw some other gasification boilers. It's pretty impressive how very little smoke, if any, comes out the chimney itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's just another thing. To your point. The people that want to have them in developments was kind of a no-no before. And now they don't even have to have it outside. They can just put it in the basement. Nobody even knows.
And there's also a lot of places that restrict outdoor wood boilers.
Correct.
This is not applicable to that. So you can put this in your house. Your neighbors wouldn't know if you're burning oil or wood. That's
great. That's another great little.
One of the reasons that Vince and I wanted to come, obviously we talked about his unique application, but actually we wanted those that are going to, listen to the podcast, watch the podcast, to learn about alternative systems, right, in general. And we often talk about how at Vertex we want to provide comfort solutions through innovative mechanical services. And this is one of the more innovative options that are out there, for sure. So this might be brand new to you. The concept might be brand new to you, but we hope you learned something through our little visit here. And if you do have questions, you can call them. You can also call and talk to Vince at Vertex, because as you heard, he's going to be putting one in at his place. And we hope to be able to serve our customers in the Lancaster, Lebanon, Berks region with this type of product as well in the near future. So Caleb, thank you for being here and for sharing your wisdom. And Nate/Nathaniel, thank you for being a part of this. And the website again is
AlternateHeatingSystems.com.
AlternateHeatingSystems.com. Thanks for joining us on the Homeology podcast. We look forward to talking to you again next week.
All right.
Adios.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks again for joining us today. As always, we hope you enjoyed your time with us and you'll return again next week. And if you need to get a hold of us, just visit vertex-mechanical.com to call or email.